Okay, I'm calling all fellow TIs out there. I need a bit of a favor. No, I'm not asking for funds. The only thing I'm asking is that I'm working on something, a little project that I'm doing to help spread awareness as to what's going on. If you've seen Brian Two's channel and you've seen that one video that he had on the channel where he got assaulted, and it's a lot worse. Like they've literally done more than that. But what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to get across here is that the actual footage that you see him being assaulted, right? That you see what's going on, and he actually shows everything that's happening as it's happening, right? I want all fellow TIs out there, if you can hear me right now, please. If you have footage anywhere near like that, if you're being assaulted, if you have any footage that's exposing, that is literally indisputable in this exposing these perps in the act. I'm talking about in the act. Trust me, I've caught this myself. It got so bad that I got assaulted, for the evidence itself. So basically, the project that I'm working on here is I'm doing, as you all seen before, I started doing compilation videos. I wanted to go ahead and do a compilation videos for my fellow targeted individuals out there, to spread out awareness as to what we're going through. And it's gonna have the most literally the most exposing footage of what these gang stalkers are doing. Because you see, the fact that people don't understand that they're dangerous, that's the problem. People don't know that these gang stalkers are dangerous. We need to show that to the public. When people see that footage, when people see that, and when, trust me, when they, so basically, well, hold on, before I get into that, basically, what people need to do is see how dangerous these gang stalkers actually are, and and being exposed for what they're doing. As I do this, I want to leave links to the channels in the order of which these videos are played. So if you know any videos of any targeted individuals going through this, please drop a link down to a video that has complete exposed evidence. Now, there is another TI called Next Level. Thing about him is that he had a video as to this house that he got was invited to stay or whatever, because they do force you in a state of homelessness. Little do people know, he was as he stayed in there, it was getting ready to time where he had no choice but to go. He was just waiting for his ride, and these two individuals showed up and they started threatening him, making accusations left and right. And eventually, it led up to him being assaulted. Now, they made the first move. He did nothing but protect himself. It got so bad that he had to just walk outside because of how dangerous it was. I want to spread awareness about a situation like that because uh, the homeless King James, his channel, he ended up staying at the exact same house. And I think he was warned about that house, like they gave him the same offer, but I don't know if he was too well aware of what was going on. It wasn't until he saw the video as to how those people were. And then that's when he started to understand that he was at the same house to where those people were doing. And so you see we see what was happening. It was a pattern. They were trying to set him up the same way they were trying to set Next up. So that's why I want to go ahead and make this compilation video for all TIs out there. I'm not talking about just in America. I'm talking about nationwide, in every country. I don't care what your nationality is. You're a target individual, please let me know your story. Let us all make the compilation video. Don't just take mine and spread it out. I don't mind if you do. I don't care if you do. In fact, I encourage it. But I want people to continue to do that on their own channels to spread awareness, because doing that is what's going to expose them and what they're doing. It's going to show that, yes, we're not just we're not just saying stuff. Stuff is actually happening. We are under threat. We are being attacked. We all are being stalked. We all are being literally watched 24/7 by these perpetrators. They're doing illegal shit. But you see, they count on you not catch them in the act. They count on you keeping quiet. They count on you not saying anything. They count on you not doing anything. One thing I started to realize when it comes to certain frequencies and why they're so desperate to control people, and when they do this, they're desperate to try to lower your frequency. This is what this whole thing has been about. It's just to constantly keep your frequency lowered down instead of it being heightened. Why do they not want your frequency heightened? Well, that's quite simple. Little do people know your frequency possesses certain traits and abilities that you're not aware of. For instance, you may have recalled back of when I conducted this testing of around peer pressure, two different tests, how I portrayed myself out in a certain way when I was dressed in a certain type of way, and it showed more favorable opinions generated in my direction, right? Because I was dressed during this time. It was like I was younger at the time, so I dressed in like the thuggish look or whatever. Not really my kind of style of dressing up, but I did it just to see the socialism reactions to that, right? And what it was is it was a lot of fake acceptance. What I mean by this is like they were just accepting of something that fits in, something of a personality, of a character trait that fits into their demographic of perspective, meaning stuff that they're comfortable with. Now, when I started dressing up to basically better myself, they started to reject it. Why? I'll tell you why. Because that doing something that was actually good, doing something that was actually uplifting, that actually showed self-respect towards myself, that actually boosts change. How was I able to figure that out? Because there was another guy who used to hang around the same type of crowd that came out of nowhere and had his shirt tail tucked in. He used to do the sagging. He used to do the whole slang talk, all of that. But he changed his ways after a short few times of just being around someone who just wasn't acceptive of their bullshit. That's why they don't want your frequency heightened, because it possesses special traits. What I mean by special traits, I mean special traits of change. Something that can boost the frequency of someone nearby you to change.